Good day from Earth University. My name is Garth Rondo and I'm sitting beside Alex Rondo, my son.
Howdy, howdy.
Where are we?
We are in Semuc Champey, Guatemala.
How do you remember that? Semuc Champey, what a strange name.
Oh, he's cueing me because he thinks he's so clever. He likes to say so much champagne. And there's been a couple people who said, is that what it really means? And we go, no, it's just, but that's
so much champagne. That's how you remember Semuc Champey.
Well, it's definitely a better strategy than you've had for remembering everywhere else we've been. Where was that place we stayed in Belize?
Okay, let's move on and stay on topic here.
San Ignacio.
Ignacio.
Wow, that's...
We just arrived in San Ignacio. How do you say it?
San Ignacio.
Hey, it was close. San Ignacio.
That's still not right.
How do you say it?
Try it one more time. You got it.
San Ignacio.
I don't think he even tries. I'm fairly certain he gets worse every time.
We are pretty much kind of geographically right in the center of Guatemala. We entered Guatemala from the north. Started in, where did we start?
In Belize.
Okay, before that, where did we land the plane?
Where did we land the plane?
Where did I land the plane?
We landed in Cancun and we've made our way down since there through Mexico, through Belize. Yeah, overland.
Right. So getting here, how did we get here from Flores?
It was a bus that took, I think, like 8 hours. So some people have said it can take 9, but we got pretty lucky crossing a ferry that we basically pulled up and drove right onto the ferry. Didn't have to wait at all, which was really nice.
That was pretty cool.
It was fast.
Describe the bus a little bit.
The bus was nice. The bus was air conditioned, not too full.
Okay, so the cascading waterfalls is what this place is all about. But this is my advice to you. You want to get here when the sun starts shining, which is about 10 in the morning, and you're here till about 4 o'clock. So there's your 6-hour window. Yep. Most people, by the way, will spend an average of about, not 1 day here, not 2 days here, but like 4 hours here.
Yeah, we were kind of talking to some other people around the falls, and I'm asking, well, when did you get here? And they say like, oh, 2 hours ago. And I'm, oh, you staying? And they go, no, we're heading back to the hostel. It's like, I don't know, this place seems too beautiful and too kind of amazing to only give it 2 hours of your life.
Even 4 hours.
Even,
right?
yeah.
Six. You got to spend a day here. You're really cheating yourself to get here and all the work to get here, and you don't even spend one night here.
Well, it's the day rate to get in is 50 quetzales per person, which is about 10 Canadian.
So about 8 US.
Yeah, and so that's
cheap.
Yeah, that's cheap, and then you pay for the whole day. So if you're coming and you're only staying for like a couple hours, you're kind of, like you said, you're cheating yourself out of like what can be a pretty magical day.
And right here at Semuc Champey, it's a river, and just downriver about 400 meters, like a football field length, is a really nice hotel that I've stayed in 6 times. Shout out to...
Really nice. It was, like, it's very nice, and the view you have is nice. They have a generator that only comes on from
they all do here.
I didn't think...
You see any power poles here?
I didn't know if... Does Gringos also have the generator
We'll find out tonight. Gringos is the most popular hostel right here at the falls. They only just finished their construction recently. What I want to point out is there's another town about a 25-minute drive, and they paved half the road since I was here last, so that's nice. So it was a 35-minute drive, now it's a 25-minute drive, and I'm sure they got plans to pave the second half in the next couple of years.
That town is...
Langking.
Langking.
Right, and there's 4 or 5 hostels and great hotels there and everything else, but that's what they do. They'll stay in Langking, they'll come out here for a day trip. They're renting the shuttle or whatever they're traveling with, and they go back to Langking. In my opinion, spend a night here and just really soak it all up, enjoy it. It's just so lovely here.
Right, it is. Yeah. It's very beautiful. You hear the river. We're here in a lower season, so the river's not as high as it was. You were saying the last time you were here it was much higher?
The river's half of what it normally is right now, but this is right at the end of their dry season, apparently. You can't time it perfectly, but just get here and budget to stay here. Like, for me, I'm always here for 2 nights minimum, and I wish I had more time. I've been here 6 times already, so that's 12 days. It's a day to get here and a day to get back to wherever you're going. You can't just fly in a helicopter anywhere here.
Yeah, because of the way that the mountains and hills and stuff are around here, you're not that far from our next destination is like Antigua and
yeah,
Lake
Guatemala
Atitlán.
City. Yeah.
Yeah, but because the roads are so windy, it ends up taking a while for you to.
There's
kinda
got
get
to
in
be a
and get out.
helipad somewhere that the rich can land and come and see this place, but we
We're
don't-
definitely not.
we don't fly at those altitudes.
Yeah. That's the only reason we're not taking helicopters. We get sick in the air when we're in a helicopter, so we can't do that everywhere.
Yeah, the cost of being here. We're staying about $20 a night for a dorm room, about 30 Canadian.
Yeah, that's per
And
bed.
you can, all the hostels, by the way, they all have private rooms, and the hotel we're at just happens to have dorm rooms. Double room, a private room is probably about 60, about $80.
80. I thought you said it was 60.
Yeah, 60 US, so 80 Canadian.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, so it's really, really cheap to get here. We're gonna be we're in a national park here. Semuc Champey is right in a small little national park, and it's a 200 meter, 300 meter walk up and down the rocks. Well, when we get to the exit, there's gonna be a bunch of street sellers, and I always get the pork ribs because it's barbecued and it's pork ribs, and it looks like they're cooked all right, and it just tastes delicious. So that's my little tradition for me.
I'll have to see if it's a worthy tradition to keep. Our bus here, I think, was 230 quetzales each, which is not the cheapest thing, but it's an 8-hour bus ride, so it can only be so.
How much is that Canadian roughly?
Canadian, I think it's about 40. It's about 46 Canadian dollars,
40,
I think,
yeah.
around there, if I'm doing my math
And
right.
because we booked through the best hostel in Flores, when I travel, I try and use the best, just because you get better service. The vehicle's in better shape. The driver's usually
The
more
AC
professional.
might be a little bit better.
Yeah, so-
we were in Flores in the midst of a heat wave, so
Yeah, when you got anything more than a 4-hour plus bus ride, spend a little bit of money and go higher end. Imagine one of the nicest waterfalls in the whole world. Like if you want to chill, this is amazing. I've been to Victoria Falls several times, seen hundreds of waterfalls in my travels, but I keep coming back to this one. It's past 4 o'clock, so the sun has gone down. We're winding down and doing this video. There's also an amazing cave, like right over there. It's like 200 meters from us. But you have to walk all the way back out of the park, cross the bridge over the river, and then walk back upriver to. So yeah, we're gonna have to walk about 800 meters to get there, but it's only 200 meters
and
from
the
here.
cave I've heard is 100 quetzales per person.
Yeah, which is 2015 US. And,
Yeah, but-
and it's brilliant. I don't know because the water's
you said
so
it
low.
used to be cheaper, but it got a
Well,
little bit more
everything's
expensive.
getting more
Yeah.
expensive. So the water's so low, I'm not sure. What makes this cave so incredible is there's like a waterfall and a river going right through the middle of it. So you're fording the river and you're holding this candle. They give you a candle to hold, and it's a candle this long. And your job is to not get it wet. So it just becomes great excitement and adventure to go through all this while you're keeping your candle dry. Eagle's
Yeah.
Nest. You did the Eagle's Nest. What did
Oh
you think
yeah,
of
that was.
Where is it and how did you get there?
Well, it's on the path towards the
It's
falls
about
here.
50 meters from where we're
Yeah,
sitting.
and he kind of. I had to go back to get my towel from the hostel, and I was coming back, and he said, "Oh, I'm not going to do Eagle's Nest. It's just like a lot of stairs." And I was thinking, "Oh, well, I guess I'm doing it on my own. Like, I may as well check this out." So on my way back, I'm thinking I'll just go up there kind of quick and kind of see what it's all about. And it was so much more than I was expecting. I wasn't expecting it to be half of what it was. It's a hike for sure. They say it's about 30 minutes. I might have taken maybe a
Okay.
little bit longer.
It's right there, so it's straight up and you get a beautiful view.
Okay, so this is me recording in post. I just wanted to make sure it was clear what we were talking about. So you can see the river here. That's where you start this hike, level with where the river is. And then you hike all the way up. You can see this hill on the other side. It's about the same distance to the top. And for me, of course, it was super, super easy. But for anybody less in shape, you know, it might be a bit of a hike.
Now, I'm dying. This is it. Yeah.
My biggest problem was I wasn't expecting it to be very much, so I was doing it in flip-flops. Going up was hard. It was a lot of work. On my way back down, it was easier, and I was doing not bad. The flip-flops were still not helping, but I was pretty sure-footed, doing well. At one point, this group of like 5 girls comes past me, and I'm like maybe halfway down. And I look at them and I'm like, oh, you've only got 5 kilometers left. Like I'm kind of joking with them. And they all kind of laugh and whatever. And they hope not. Oh, and I'm telling, oh, you're probably about halfway. Anyway, they passed me a little bit and they're kind of going up. And as I finish talking to them, I take a step and my foot just slides out from under me and I fall. They've got some rope on the side and I hit that. I'm like holding on to that and everybody's, oh, are you okay? And I'm like, this was the worst time to fall. I was okay, but it was...
it's a good time to introduce a staff. When I'm walking in these parts of the world, I always have 3 feet, not 2. I got a bad hip and a bad knee. So
bad face.
Bad face, yeah.
Bad height. Bad hair.
Oh, let's not
bad
battle
smell.
them all.
Bad.
We got a time limit here.
I could keep going. One of the things I think I like about the falls is that there's a lot of varying like depths of stuff. Like there's some spots where it's like it's pretty deep and you can dive and kind of go around a little bit, and there's some spots where it's a little bit shallower and you can kind of stand up. There's parts where you can slide down. There's parts where you can jump off.
It's got everything.
Like it's a beautiful, beautiful spot. And if you're in Guatemala, you're doing yourself a disservice not coming here.
Even the little fish that nibble on your feet.
Oh yeah.
In Thailand, you pay big money to have that service.
I forgot about the fish. They do. If you sit in one spot for a long time in the water, they'll come up. And it doesn't hurt or anything, but you're, hey, get out of here.
This is weird. Are you supposed to be doing that? Like I said, there's about 7 pools and they all cascade down. I'm really liking pool number 2 because we just found one of the guys showed us a cave, a little overhang. How would you describe that? You're in about this much water.
Yeah, there's just like there's a little bit of a pocket above you once you get under the lip, and it's kind of cool.
It goes for about oh, we're getting kicked out. Oh man, okay, we gotta shut her down.
We gotta get going, but
and it's only shortly after 4 o'clock, so remember, from 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock. Out for now.
Yeah.